So the first stanza of the scripture Hsin Ming is that the great way is not difficult for those who have no preferences. Let go of longing and aversion and it reveals itself. Now, if I have to categorize the actions in our life in three levels, then those levels would be biological, political, and spiritual. Some actions are just on the biological level, which consist of eating and procreation. The second is political. The major part of the life which we are living, all the actions are just political actions, giving us some benefit on the account of others. And the third way, or the third category, or the third level, which remains unexplored in our life, is the spiritual level. What Sosan calls the great way is the spiritual way of life. Now, he says that the great way is not difficult. What is the spiritual way of life? It is just living as your being wants. Not as what your mind wants, not as what your desires want, what your being wants from inside. That's the spiritual way. It is the choiceless way. But our mind creates preferences between this or that, the pleasure or pain. It creates choices between the opposites, not realizing that wherever there is pleasure, there would be pain. The opposites complement each other and are always together. If there's day, there's night. You can't take one side and fight against the other because one exists on the foundation of the other. Therefore, when the mind has no choices, the spiritual way is the easiest way of life. And if we get rid of longing or aversion, of attraction and repulsion, between love and hate, it will reveal itself. Then the mind's energy would not be wasted in taking sides and fighting with the other, and we would be open to the spiritual side of life, and it will reveal itself to us on its own. This is the first stanza of the text Hsin Ming.